Hi, everybody. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. It's been such an incredible response with the new subscribers and everybody commenting and watching. Thank you so much. So, a lot of you have been interested in the feminine energy personality type workshop, and I'm really excited to tell you more about that because it has been such a life-changing change in my life since I discovered that there are actually four types of feminine energy. Isn't that crazy? Like, nobody talks about this. And it's the biggest thing because if you think about how different women are, it's like it makes sense, you know? And I have been coaching women over the past 5 years with my business, Energy Queen. I see energy visually. I have a method that clears your energy instantly. I call it Energy Queen Alchemy. And it's like, I knew that feminine energy was important. I did not know that there were different types until like a little over a week ago. So this has been really life changing. And what it has changed and what it can change for you is, I think, one of the number one things that women want, that you want, which is more energy. You want to know how to not be tired, right? You want to know how to have energy to put toward your goals, to get things done, to be productive, to, be a goal getter and to be a boss babe and to do all these things. But like, if you've ever tried to hustle, you'll know that women can't hustle the same way that men do, or else we just totally burn out. And then you don't get results. And then you kind of go to a downward step spiral, right? Where you think that you have to work harder and work more, but that just makes you more and more tired. And then you don't know how to get those results. So, what has changed for me since doing this workshop, since finding out my primary feminine energy type and then my subtype, you're going to have two types. Your primary type is what you need to do every day. And the primary types are governed by the four elements. So there's fire feminine, there's water feminine, I'm water, there's air feminine, and then there's earth or earthy feminine. I like to call it earthy feminine, airy and earthy. And these types of feminine energy are all very different. And these, depending on which type you mainly are, because you might see a little of yourself in all of them, but which one are you primarily? That will be the one that you need to live your life that way most of the time. Your subtype, very interestingly, is the type that will be one of the different ones. So I'm water, and my subtype is earth. And your subtype will be the type that you need to go into once you've reached the point of burnout. So the subtype is kind of like hanging in the background, just waiting around. And that's the type that you have to rely on. How does that type rebuild itself? Because they're all totally different. Once you're in a state of feminine energy emergency, I like to call it, you need to go to feminine energy rehab. you know, you need to get your feminine energy back. And they all four different types do that differently. And I'm going to go into that in the workshop. I'm actually going to show you guys the workshop. So come on over with me. I'm going to show you what I've got for you. So I just sold one of the replays tonight. It was very exciting, and she's watching it right now. There's St. Joseph. He's my dude right now. All right, so here it is, Feminine Energy Personality Type Workshop. So obviously you won't be able to see the whole workshop right here, but this workshop is a recording of me taking you through the workshop. I did it on Wednesday of, well, January 24th, depending on when you're watching this. And so you can see what we're doing. The first thing we do in the workshop together, I lead you through this, by the way, through video, and you also get a copy of these slides, is we do a quiz. So there are 11 questions, and you pick each answer. So they're fun questions, and each answer you pick a color, and then I'm going to get you to record which color you picked the most. I'm going to scroll through really fast to show you what's next. And then that will be your primary type. You also record how much you picked one of the second colors. So you're going to have from the quiz your primary type and your subtype. And then I'm going to go into each type and I'm going to explain this is fire feminine. So, how you structure your day. Okay. So here's a glimpse at what fire feminine does. Vigorous exercise, trying something new, stuff like that. That's fire feminine. And that's very different from if you're a water feminine or an earth feminine, like totally different. And then how do you schedule your life in general? Like if you think of your year or your week or your month, these are the kind of things as fire feminine you would put in. New experiences, often that's going to feed your energy. Facing fears, taking risks, even with fashion choices. Like this is all what fire feminine does. And then recovery. If your fire feminine is your subtype, or even if it's your primary type, this is important for you to know. How do you actually get your energy back once you have reached the point of burnout? And then we go into earthy. Anyway, so we go all the way down. And then the really cool thing is I tell you about combinations. So this is like a whole thing, you guys. Like it's a whole thing. So depending on what your primary type is and your subtype, you're going to actually be a specific type when you combine those together. So for example, if you're a primary fire and you're a subtype earth, you're a mineralizer. If you're fire and water with a subtype, you're a dissolver. So I go through all of these and there's all these different combinations. There's mine. I'm a water earth. I'm a transmuter. And then I go through what each one of those means. So for example, if you're a primary fire subtype earth, that means you're a mineralizer. And this is something that your energy naturally does. So your superpower, one of your energetic gifts, lies with nourishing others. So this can help you understand your relationships, your work, especially if you work with energy or no matter what you do. This is something that you are good at. So you find things that people you are talking to or supporting are already good at and are already working for them, and you nourish those parts to make them even stronger. So it's like you have this gift of picking out things that people are doing that are already working, and you help them to make those parts of them even stronger. Let's look at another one for an example. Fire plus water subtype is a dissolver. So your superpower, if this is your combo, is it lies with calming others. So you can take the worst emotional trigger / negative pattern and quickly help someone through it. You can quickly help them see the bigger picture so they don't get stuck on small negative things that otherwise could hold them back. So these are some of the gifts that you have depending on what your type is. Let's look at a different one. So earth primary plus air subtype is a separator. So your superpower will lie with deciphering truth from untruths with others. So this is another gift you have. You help people by helping them quickly identify truths from things that are not even true. And you help by clearing out ideas that are relevant and don't matter. So they're all a little bit similar, but they have different nuances. And this specifies what the nuance is. So it's really cool to find out your subtype as well as your main type. And then I started talking to you about the masculine counterpart. So this is kind of a little surprise nugget at the end of the workshop where I won't give the whole thing away, but your masculine energy will also be related to your primary type. So like it's really cool to find out not just about your feminine energy, but about when your masculine needs to come and, for example, do a bunch of work or get a lot of things done. Like I know, like I'm a comedian in New York, you guys. Like you can imagine like how much energy that takes. And then on top of that, like running a business. So like I need a strong masculine. And for your like reaching your goals, you need a strong masculine. And someone I really admire energetically is Jennifer Lopez, because she has such a good balance of her feminine and masculine. And I was thinking about her when I made this workshop, because I was like, this is something she knows about herself and she does, but she doesn't necessarily know, what I'm teaching, like that there are 4 types and like how, like all this stuff. But like you can become somebody like that, who functions well, who functions at a high level. And that's what I wanted to tell you. This has done for me. I have actually been able to wake up, go about my day, have energy all day because I know my type now. I know what works for me. I know what not to do. I know how to restore my feminine energy all day long. And it's like mind blowing that it's that easy. It's like you just need to know what type you are so you can know what exactly you need to do, what steps you need to take every day, and then the way you need to live your life in general so that you can always be feeding your energy. Because I think one thing I want you to know is that sometimes I think we get confused about what type of woman we want to be. Like, if we think about the song I'm Every Woman, like we think we have to be every woman, but the truth is you just have to know what kind of woman you are, and then you can be that and work with the energy that you are. And so once you understand the type of woman you are, you won't be forcing yourself to try to be a fire feminine, or the air feminine is very social. But if that's not within your feminine nature, you can be social, but you can be aware that it potentially could drain you. So you always have to know how to come back to your specific brand of balance. So this is going to teach you how to do that. I'm so proud of this workshop. I did it so well that because I knew I was only going to do it once. So if you would like a copy of the replay, I'm keeping it available until January 29th. If you're watching this after the 29th, you can still get in touch with me. And I'll put my email in the description so you can send me a note. And yeah, it's a recording. You can get the workshop, get the slides. There's a welcome email. There's a welcome kit that you can go through to help you understand how to take the workshop in the best way. And honestly, it's like the most amazing value. And I'm so excited for you to get it. And it really has changed my life. That's why I'm so passionate about talking about it. And you won't find this anywhere else because I channeled it directly from the energy world. So, and by the way, I have been out all day today. I went to the New York Public Library. I went to walk around 30 Rock. I was walking around Midtown, doing some work, at the library on my business. And the trains took so long to get, all the way back to Brooklyn. I have tons of energy still. So I'm a testament right now. Like I have tons of energy because I now know this information that is truly life changing on a daily basis. Once you understand your type, you're going to know how you function, and you're going to be able to like structure your day around that, structure your work around that. Like it's going to help you just thrive like immediately. So if you'd like a copy, let me know. You can email me. I'll also put my payment link down there. If you send me the payment, make sure you put your email in the description, and I'll put all of the details in the description so you can read it all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'm so excited for you to get this workshop. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.